Yeah, we're sailing. Same shit. But we're making slow progress. Oh, fucking tired. So actually, yeah, it was a bit of a TLC day to look after myself. So many migrant birds and different birds coming and landing on my hair and making nests and shit. They're just so friendly. It's really bizarre. But one of them wanted a room because they keep going into the cockpit all the time, and I'm like, did that last one the other day tell his friends that they can come and kip here or something? So, you know, they're always going in the cockpit and chilling out and that, and I'm like, and the dog's not really too fond of that. He's just like, what the fuck are you doing in here, and chasing them. But yeah, one of the swallow, this specific one that came this time, because we had loads of these doing this weird shit, and he was looking for a room, so I decided to go, okay, well, you can have the port side pontoon. So I left it open, and guess what he did? He went straight in there, and I don't know if he's still in there or not, but I've gone in there to do my shit, but he doesn't give a fuck, you know. You can literally go up to him and pick him up. I've been picking up each of these birds, and they jump on my fingers and jumping on my head, and like I says, I haven't had that since my brother's parrot used to go on my hair and make nests and shit, and I just thought that was very bizarre, because they just really aren't bothered by me. They see me as like not a threat, like a friend more than anything, and it's so weird. It's like the first one that came has told his friends to come. Yeah. There's something floating in the water over there. I don't know what it is. It's like a big white thing, circular thing. No idea. I saw a leatherback turtle today. That was really interesting, but I'm gonna grab the camera every 5 minutes for shit. It's just exhausting, and I'm charging stuff and fucking about like this, you know, and trying to keep this going. I shouldn't even be recording anything anyway, to be honest. I should be concentrating on focusing on getting the fuck out of here, but I find it can kind of help break it down a bit, just to make it a bit easier to cope, because obviously it's like a video diary, isn't it? With no filter. It's the most important, unlike these other cunts out there, filtering everything and trying to make it sound cool, and they're tough and hard, and you know, and all this bullshit, yeah, and like, oh, it's cool, and then when you look at the actual content, it's just mediocre crap. It's just like, well, it's just like anything out there, really, you know. Yeah, they should try and go and get themselves in a bad situation where they're dying, and then record it, or something else, or being attacked by stuff, or something like this. Not intentionally, obviously. They're adventuring is adventuring for their standards of adventuring, but for me that's just bland, boring, normal day life shit, you know, that I see when it comes to that sort of shit. This is bizarre for me, what I do in my life, because it's just so fucked up. You know, it's really fucked up. So I don't know what that is. It's like a huge mooring buoy? I don't know. When I looked at it, I was thinking, oh, it's a huge pelican, because obviously I've been in Africa, and I'd be like, it looks a bit like, I'm like, no, it's not. It's just a fucking mooring ball or something like that. I don't know what that's made out of or whatever, but you know, these things, you go hitting them at night like really quick, it'll just fucking fuck your boat up. Especially this thing. It's only like, what, 3mm, 5mm thick. It's variable, let's put it that way. I'm so tired. But yeah, no sign of this rescue boat. Anyway, I've just been pushing forward. I just thought, fuck this guy. At first I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna wait here, because I can't do anything about this. And then you just get the urge to continue, don't you? You got this fight for survival, isn't it? To keep going and going and going and going. Because the situation is, if I don't do what I'm doing constantly, which is mentally and physically exhausting, and I'm living off painkillers as well, by the way, and other stuff. I'm raiding the medication stuff and put Palmarosa water all over me and stuff, and all sorts of shit, rinsing myself off with the salt water, you fucking name it. I'm trying everything to keep myself sorted out. I'm doing everything I can, and I'm trying to cook basic, like, because I haven't got anything good really to eat. Well, it's good, but I need to put I need stuff to go with it, like, you know, potatoes, carrots, onions, fucking fish, stuff like this. I don't have nothing, so it's just like I'm just eating like rice, That's fair enough, but you know, with the shit that I'm doing, you need a bit more than like rice and just lentils, but it's better than nothing, you know. And I got seeds, you know, shit like that, which is good. You know, it's excellent stuff, but I'm not a fucking bird, you know. Just living off this shit, and then these mangoes are going really ripe. I managed to hijack these off the fruit bats before I left Gambia, and they're going really ripe quickly, obviously. So I'm having to munch through them quick, but I'm like, I need to ration all this out. I need to ration the water. I need to ration this. I need to ration that. You know, the dog's all right. You know, he's got a big bag of dog food that's just shit that he doesn't like. It's some German fucking brand. I call it the Nazi food. It's just disgusting. He doesn't like it at all. He just will. You have to mix it with everything to make him want to eat the biscuits, and apparently it's for the gut and everything. It's one of these things. So I give him this other one, Baker's Complete. He loves that. You know, I just opened up the new one. Thought, fuck it, I'm not giving him this shit stuff anymore. That's supposed to be good. Give him Baker's, and he's eating that, not a problem, without me mixing it and stuff, which makes it a lot easier for me to do. And then I can, if I have a little bit of food left over that I've cooked. Left over, I'm just sharing the food. I need it myself, but I'm sharing it with him just to make him go, because he's lost a lot of weight, you know, and it's not cool, because, you know, a day for a dog is like a week, yeah. So this must be like draining for him, you know. My feet are all blistered up and burning like shit, like every toe and in between toe, it's just burning. It's like I've got like acid burns that just it's so painful, and some parts of my legs are too. I just don't get what that is. I put it down to salt burns, but maybe it's that. But I know that I did pour a lot of this Gambian gasoline on my foot when I was leaving. When I was actually going, I had to refuel here, and I spilt a load of it, you know, because it's just hard to fucking do this when you're in storm conditions, you know, and you're running out of fuel. Yeah, and I rinsed my foot as best I could, but I don't know what they put in their fuel, but it was literally like instant acid. It just fucking, I don't know, and I'm still suffering to this day. I'm treating it with Illucet and all sorts of stuff, and it just seems to have ruptured up into all sorts of fucking horrible pains and stuff like this, yeah? It's really, really not cool. So I want this to stop, and then I can treat my foot better, you know? Stop this, living at sea shit, because let's face it, that's what I'm doing here. It's just living at sea. I'm trying to get somewhere, but it's like living at sea, that's all, and it's very difficult to do that, you know. It's not like you can just drop the anchor or something. Well, you could try. Here it's like, I don't know, probably about 4,000 meters if I bothered guessing. My fucking toes are so sore, they're just like falling to bits. It's just horrible. So, yeah. Have you spotted a bird, Pickle? Yeah. He's just resting in front. He's been sleeping most of the day, you know. I just fed him twice now, so he's got a lot better with the food. But yeah, no, it's interesting. So much going on. But I think what's helping right now, and I don't know whether I'm speaking too soon, because I just think that this is a fucking myth. The trade winds, I think, are actually helping me get through, and they might help me squeeze through this gap to get to Santa Maria in Sal. But I just got this fucking feeling that the thermals will die again, and it'll just go, and then we're just gonna be spinning around everywhere, going adrift, going the wrong way, and all of this shit again, and it'll just go backwards again, because this is what's happening, and I can't do nothing about it. You drop the sails, you're moving fast. I'm not just, sometimes you're moving faster than when you got the sails up. When you drop the sails down and you're just drifting, you go a lot faster, but you're going the wrong way. It takes you back to Africa, and you're like, fuck, you know, and you're just like, what can I do? And then you're fighting it, 'cause you're like, no, I've just been battling the day just to do the whole day just to do 2 nautical miles, you know, and then you're going to take me back 20. It's like, fuck you, you know. And this is what's been happening to me. It's been so demoralizing, and if you're not careful, it'll break you. Yeah, no matter who you are, it's gonna fucking break you. It's just that yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And I brought all the fenders back in that I put out last night when I thought I was going to be rescued by that twat. So I've just put it all back again, so the sun doesn't kill him and they're not banging or whatever the fuck, and I don't look like a moron travelling along with my fenders still out like I've left the marina. Like, fucking, how you come a long way, where you come from, you forgot to put your fenders in. Yeah. I'm just a knobhead. That's a funny word, actually, marina. I don't even know what that is. I just don't do them. I'm always off grid. I'm always in the bush, always out, always in the middle of nowhere. You know, I don't know what a fucking marina is. So this is going to be so bizarre for not just me and Mr. It's just going to be bizarre for me and Mr. Pickles. This. I've been off grid for so long now and out of the loop and surrounded by morons as well in Africa. Which is basically all of them. Best thing you can do is just hide on your boat and keep away from them, but you obviously have to interact at some point with these people, and it's always horrible, no matter what it is. It's just a horrible interaction. But sorry, the camera angle's a bit shit, so it'd be better, like, as you can see, if there's something behind me, you know, like a big shark or something, you never know, something jumping out, or some other weird shit that's going on here. Cause there's a lot of life around here. I think these islands are pretty cool for the life of these creatures and stuff. I just can't wait to have that fucking tuna. I was thinking of having this, like, was it 3 days ago now? I can't even remember. I could taste it. Real tuna, not that shit in the tin, and I still haven't had it. I've seen them jumping around me everywhere and fucking about around the boat and that, and I'm just like, just jump on the boat. I'm not even joking. Like, normally I catch giant calamar jumping onto the boat. There's none at all. Normally I catch giant flying fish coming onto it. They hit me in the fucking face, nearly take my eyes out. None. I see them jumping everywhere. I haven't caught one fucking thing just travelling along with the boat. I haven't caught one thing. I tell you now, as soon as I catch a fucking flying fish, that's getting gutted and it's getting thrown straight in the fucking pan, and we're eating that. That's for sure. With a bit of rice. That's for sure. So bring it on, flying fish. Jump into the pan. Yeah, because it tastes nice, by it. Most people don't bother eating them, but the thing is, when they jump on board, you gotta prep it and eat it straight away. Don't leave it drying up and shit and just leave it there, because they go bad quite quickly. Yeah, so you gotta actually they die quickly as well. So you gotta what do you call it? Prep it and eat it quickly if you're gonna do it. And it's alright fish, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Free food that occasionally jumps on the boat. So yeah, I'm just amazed I've not caught fuck all. But to be honest, I think the reason why is because I've been going so fucking slow. Because normally I go really fast, like really fucking fast, and this boat hates going slow. So when I go really fast, these things just jump out of the way and just jump towards the boat and jump everywhere. Then they end up on the trampoline, in the corners, in the gaps, in my face, fucking all over the place, you know. We've even got the dinghy upright. That seemed to work quite nice, transporting it like that. I was a bit suspicious because I left Gambia, and it's like, you know, monsoons and storms and shit constantly, and I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be bailing out. I had to bail out quite a few times, but not loads. It wasn't that bad. As I'm blasting along through these storms and stuff, it was doable, not an issue at all. I thought it would be a lot worse than that. So obviously you don't want to leave it, because it's a water weight on top of the deck, and it'll just probably flatten the boat or fucking whatever, break something else, you know, and it just make it all off in balance and that, which isn't cool. Despite this boat being impossible to flip upside down, it's one of those things due to the ratios. So if you know your naval science, which I do, so I know my shit. Most people don't, so they probably don't have a clue what I'm fucking talking about. But yeah, I've just been looking at the jobs that I need to do, that I've been doing loads of anyway, and wasting my resources, and I know exactly how to fix it properly now, because I've been monitoring everything, because I've had nothing but the time to do this, obviously. So I just really want to get in and get this fucking shit show over with, and then the dog can just go for a nice run and a nice walk and a nice, like, it'll be in a new place. It's not Africa or shithole. It'll be somewhere nicer, where people hopefully are nicer, and they don't try and kill my dog with machetes and stuff like they do back there, and just try and do horrible shit all the time to you. It'd be nice. I just can't wait to meet people that are nice, or just nobody, so I can just spend my time on my own and have time just to think and do what I need to do, because you just can't do that in Africa. People are always invading you constantly, and they force you to be involved, and they're always trying to fuck with your life all the time. That's all they do there in Africa. It's horrible. It's just drama, and they just try and make your life fucking worse. Yeah, I went through like the eggs a while ago that I bought from this Fullerman shop that I used to buy from loads of times. I used to go to these specific people to support the local people, you know, because they're always talking about support. Fuck support, fuck them all, fuck Gambians, fuck all of them. They're just a bunch of cunts. They sell you rotten shit goods constantly, and then you go and contest this, they don't believe you. They'll say they don't believe you. And then you're like, so you're basically calling me a liar when your goods are crap and I've just spent loads of money with your goods. Yeah. And then they're like, support me, support me, support me, support me. And they're fucking horrible people. Shit, horrible people. Just really horrible. Don't bother going. It's for specific people, and I find that the main people it's for is for paedophiles. That's all. That's all that's around that area is just paedophiles, really, and they're taking advantage of the children and stuff like this. That's all I've seen, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. Well, I did. I did, and I do, and I have. So fuck them lot. Fuck all of those people. Fuck them all. You know, I have. I've done it. So, and I did them all, these fucking assholes that exploit these people and these children and stuff like that. You know, I'm not having it. It doesn't matter that the kids are fucking shit people, I don't condone stuff like that. It's fucking horrible. But there, it's perfectly normal. And they're all doing it. All these Europeans going there, they're all doing it, all involved in it, all hanging out, and they're just horrible people. Doesn't matter who's there, they don't have to be Gambian. If you're in that place, you're fucking horrible. Simple as that. Dakar's the same, fucking horrible place. I only met one person there that was nice, and his name was Alphonse, you know? And I think a few other people have met this guy. They blogged him on their videos and stuff, I noticed. But yeah, he was a really good friend of mine, you know? He gave me 2 shark jaws, like for the front. They were Mako shark jaws, and I had them attached to the front. Brought them to Gambia, and because I had them attached up and they looked really cool, guess what? Everybody there had to keep touching them, had to keep breaking them, and they just destroyed them in the end, both the jaws. So I just pulled all the teeth out, and that was that. You can't have anything nice there. You can't do anything good. You can't do anything cool. You don't do anything. But it looked so badass on the boat. I would love to have those now, to be able to do that. But no. So it's one of those things. But we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. We're moving at like 2 knots most of the day, like 2.9, things like this. Yeah, it's going right. I just hope this can at least continue like this all night, and I don't have to fuck about with a course correction or anything like that. It just does it, and I can chill. Because I know the thing with solo sailing, right? You're not going to be able to rest in a lot of the periods. If you're a good captain, you'll know when you can rest, when you can cook, when you can shit, when you can piss, when you can do all this stuff, and you have to multitask. Sometimes you have to just do this at the same time. You know, so you have to make sure you have these fallback plans in place, like buckets and things around to be able to do stuff like this. It's fucked up. But one thing for sure is I don't do this 20 minutes sleep, 20 minutes on, 20 minutes sleep, 20 minutes on. No. Because I know I'm the only cunt out here, and simple as that. It just seems to be always the same fucking shit going on. I just fucking sleep, and I wake up when I wake up because I black out sometimes. So I just hope I don't hit a cargo container that's floating in the water, or hit something else, or a fucking dead whale, or an actual whale, which we've hit a lot of whales now actually in this boat, and a lot of other things, sea turtles and fucking all sorts of shit. But you just hope you don't hit anything like that, you know. But you just have to put it out of your mind and just go, if I hit something, we sink and we die. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't bail it out. I haven't got any bilge pumps. I haven't got fuck all. So you just die, right? You just drown and die. Simple as that. But catamarans are difficult to sink, but I've never tried sinking this one before, so I can't really confirm that. And because I've had to do these repairs and stuff in certain areas that were really diabolically bad way before I bought the boat, those areas are specific areas that are designed to be floating, and I've put holes in them and stuff, and now they're full of salt water and shit. So there's not. I don't know who fucking cares, right? This is what it's about. So when you're solo sailing, you just hope that nobody hits you, you don't hit them, you don't hit any debris and all this garbage and shit in the water. If you're running the motor, you hope you don't hit anything and it tangles it up and breaks it and fucks it up. Because I tell you now, last thing you want to be doing is jumping into the water here and start fucking about like that, because you'll probably get eaten. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I had a friend that did this, where he hit a line or something, it tangled up his propeller. So he's a free diver and all this, so he just thought, I just jump in and sort this out. He just jumped in. He says there was a big fuck off shark in the water with her, and he got straight out of there. He's like, fuck that, you know. I don't know how he managed to sort that the problem out then after that, but fucking hell, this is what it is. And I see these idiots doing this all the time. They jump off the back of the boat, hanging there, swinging it, woo. they're clearly never fished in their life or don't understand the concept of fishing, because they are the lure. Yeah? They are the lure. And some things in this ocean, funnily enough, are fucking big. Yeah? And when you YouTube in this, or whatever you're fucking doing, or you think, or you've read it in a book or whatever, and you see the measurements for all this stuff, I can tell you fucking now firsthand, everything that you think is exactly a specific size is not. It is not. It's a lot bigger, yeah? I've seen seahorses bigger than my hands. And most people told me that they're like this, and I've done research, and they're tiny little things like this. I saw a huge one bigger than my hand coming past the boat in Gambia, in the river. I didn't even know they were in the river. There's stingrays in the river there. There's full of crocodiles in the river there. There's fucking blah, 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 blah. I've seen everything. More than what most people have. They have no idea what the fuck's that is, because I'm observant. I see stuff all the time, never miss a trick. You know? And I know what I'm looking at, know what I'm looking for. So, the only thing I haven't seen here is actually whales. Unless those big fucking things I recorded a while ago are classed as whales, but they kind of just look like hugely overweight orcas. They're really slow. That's what I was thinking. Maybe, well, pilot whales as well. Could be pilot whales, but I don't know. There might not have been pilot whales. But yeah, I'm talking about big fucking whales here. And I've not seen any orcas or anything, which is nice, because I don't particularly like those, as I'm sure you lot are aware of that. Yeah, so, no, it's cool. But anyway, enough of me chatting shit. I'm going to put my music back on and try and enjoy the sun setting in I don't know how many hours. And hopefully this will keep going so we can get the fuck out of here, basically. Get to our destination. I have no idea what will happen there, because I don't know what the currents and everything like are going to be between the islands, but I'm assuming they're going to be pretty shit, right? And there's a few wrecks around, well, there's wrecks all around these islands. There's a few wrecks around these islands there, and if there's no wind like this, my boat doesn't like, I got no motor, so I can't even power out of a bad situation or anything, so I'll just be like drifting towards the rocks or whatever and become one of these wrecks. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try and fix my angle of approach, but it's easy to say that when there's no wind, which basically means no turning. And I can't even use the sails to turn, because I know how to do that too. I've been trying that all the way through this passage, and it's exhausted me. Just pulling it, firing out, pulling it, firing out, pulling it, firing out. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about here, they'll know what I'm saying. And it works. It doesn't work with this passage. It just doesn't work with this passage. You need to have wind to be able to fucking move and turn properly. Well, move obviously, but to turn, yeah? So, and I don't know what these currents are going to be like. I don't know what the tides are going to be doing by the time I'm going to be getting close to it or whatever, or at these specific times, because it's all very specific, so it's very difficult to work all of this out. And I don't know, I'm new coming in here. I have no idea what to expect coming in, but I've got an idea of what to expect, but I have to basically try and go in under sail and then get these sails away and drop the anchor down, and I need to go in about 10 meters of water somewhere protected with 30 meters of chain out, yeah? So I have to do this very quick, and I know that these sails aren't exactly the quickest, so my idea is to go in, try and sail in, and hopefully everything works out smoothly. I have no idea how this works. I've never sailed in and dropped anchor before, but sometimes you just have no choice, guys. You just have to fucking do all of this crazy shit, because you've got no choices. This is my life all over. It's how I've learned how to do everything. You just got to do it, you know? It's like having a gun put in your fucking mouth every time you do it. You got to do it. That's what it's like. So I'm going to go in there, sail in, and people are going to be like, oh, he's showing off. No, I'm not. I'm just fucking desperate, and I'm dying here. And then it's just going to be get the anchor all ready and get the position, drop it all out, try and drop the anchor out, drop the main down, try and fucking put the genoa in, and then it'll just slam and smash into something, and then try and grip me in with the rockner. It'll do it, I know it will, but it'll just be so absurdly fucking badly done. But there's another way I was thinking of doing this, is go in, look like I know what I'm doing, and then when I'm getting closer to it, I remove the genoa, which will take me 4 hours, right? Because I've got to try and reel it in, which involves me smashing it. So everybody's going to watch me like, what the fuck is he doing? It's like, is he trying to put that away with a sledgehammer?
And then as soon as I put it away, I'm just going to be cruising in with the main. This is my theory. The main's going to help me go in quite slow because it's going to half the speed. It's going to nerf me. And then I'm going to drop the anchor. That's what I think I'm going to do, rather than going in with all the sails up. Because it would work if I could put them away quick enough, but this Genoa is a bastard. So I really need to sort something out. I don't know why it's doing this, but why does anything do anything? Yeah, so... Oh my god, I'm like completely fucking done. Like completely done. I just hope that it can keep me running at this speed, or it gives me some wind. But I bet it won't give me any fucking wind. I just hope it gives me this speed just to help me get out, and the trade winds help me get through, squeeze through a gap to get to Santa Maria in Sal. Yeah, I hope it is. And then I don't know what I'm going to do then, but I think it's going to be involve a taxi to go up to Palmyra to check in. I hope they don't mind that. They'll probably be a bit pissed off, but guess what? Beggars can't be fucking choosers, and I would love to see them go through the shit that I have. This is the problem when you arrive to places. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has a clue what you've gone through to get there. And they're basically disrespectful. So it'll be interesting to see what these are like in Cape Verde, because everywhere else I've gone, they're horrible and disrespectful. Like the people there, they're just shit people. So let's see what it's like here. I hope I'm wrong. Like I hope that they're nice people and they're accommodating and understanding, because I'm sure that they would be living in the place that they live. You know, they would understand this kind of stuff about the water and things to a degree. Not my level, obviously, but to a degree. So we shall see. But there was another way I was thinking of doing this, maybe going in, cruising in if it's possible even get there, and then if I see boats firing up a flare, and then asking for assistance for it there. But because of how people have just seem to have let me down and they're just shit at this stuff, I don't want to like commit to something when I could actually do a better job than them anyway by getting my own ass in. You see what I mean? Because I'm already just doing this anyway, saving myself. So then this is just how it is. You're just better off just doing it yourself if you're going to do any of this sort of stuff. So, but yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, I'm out.